Hello, my friends. Welcome to my happy place. I'm Tina Leonard, and this is where I do readings that I hope will heal and uplift, and maybe we have some fun too. Today I've lit my Joe Malone candle, Velvet Rose, and Oud, O-U-D. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I have my Agni Manatite Dragon that's going up in my shop today. I sourced him from a longtime vendor of mine in Indonesia, and I get these carved for me. It's a wonderful, and he comes with a stand. So he'll be in my shop, TinaLeonardShop.com, and maybe in my eBay. He's $333 plus you get free shipping and a tarot card. So this is for fun and entertainment, as you know, but this is just a fun place to think and relax and enjoy. I'm gonna get rid of that call. And I don't generally do politics, but today I feel called to do a reading on Donald Trump. Now, I've seen a few witches that have proclaimed that he's going mad, losing his mind, losing his faculties. And I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I'm going to use the Madhouse Tarot by Eugene Vinitsky to kind of ferret through this and find out. I'm not a witch, by the way, but I have seen some witches and psychics and people that no doubt have more experience than I do, better minds or something, saying that he's either going to die or he's not really with it anymore, and J.D. Vance is going to have to replace him. I would be careful about coming out with those kind of pronouncements because I feel like, just clear the air a little bit. I feel like sometimes you can wish those things back on yourselves. And I'll tell you why I think that, and I may be wrong, but we're a Catholic family. And so my father-in-law was Catholic. I was not Catholic. I was raised, differently. I chose to be a Methodist after I went through a lot of other faiths in my teens. And so, but I married a Catholic husband. So after a while, I decided to, after 8 years of him helping me teach in Vacation Bible School and Sunday school and everything else, the kids asked if they could go to Catholic school. And I said, well, you know what? Daddy's done it my way for 8 years. We're going to do it Daddy's way. And I just liked it better. So I stayed with it. But a funny story that my father-in-law used to tell was that when his father came here from Minnesota, he was desperately poor, and he was looking to start a dental business, a practice. And he got to Galveston, and I forget how. I guess that's where he went to school, for dental school, is what I'm thinking. And then his father wouldn't let him come back to the farm in Minnesota. So he said, well, I'm going to get on the train and I'm going to go as far as my money will take me. And he ended up in Garland, Texas. Well, so he started a practice there. And there was a doctor there who hated Catholics. And now, mind you, this has been almost 80 years. There was a doctor there who absolutely hated Catholics. And he would let his staff have the day off to go to Dallas with pay if they would not see the dentist in town, my father-in-law's father, because he was Catholic. And in fact, they started one of the Catholic churches out there. This was long before Garland is now what it is now. But anyway, well, later on, that doctor who had tried to hurt my father-in-law's father's business, his daughter married a Catholic. So I'm a big fan, and I've seen that happen before to one of my dearest friends. They just you know, everything about Catholics was bad. And I'm not saying the Catholic Church doesn't have its problems, but anyway, one of their children ended up marrying a Catholic. So I'm just saying, sometimes we wish things, or we see things, and maybe it'd be better if we put our emphasis on something else. And so I'm a little leery of calling out someone's death or their mental faculties. I'd like to keep mine as long as possible. So anyway, we're going to do a reading on this real quick and see, how is Donald Trump doing? Is he well? Is he strong? I mean, for an 80-year-old man, isn't he 80? I think he's 80. He seems amazing, but what do I know? I mean, I have nothing to judge it by except for my my father-in-law, who lived, I think, to be 90, 91. And Lord, he wanted to tell us the day before he passed all about Pearl Harbor Day, because it was Pearl Harbor Day. He didn't want anybody to think that he was not within his mental faculties. And he was a very bright man, you know. And so, of course, you do. If you can keep your mental faculties as long as you possibly can, then why not? So I wouldn't want to wish that on anybody. That's a rough thing. But let's see. How is Donald Trump? How's he feeling? How's his health? As I said, we're going to use the Madhouse Tarot, because that's oftentimes very useful for mental energy, health, things like that. Gets down into the psychological effects of our lives, and that's what I'm interested in. Let's see, how is he doing? And I'm going to draw, let's see, how will I do this? I'm going to draw 5 cards across. Upright, yes, all he's well. Reversals, he's got problems. Upright, he's good, yes, he's good. Reversals, he's got problems. And he will get, J.D. Vance will have to take over. So upright, he's fine. And reversals, you know, J.D. Vance will probably have to take over for him. So let's see. A flyer. 9 of Wands in reverse. I think this is a lot of wishful thinking by folk. You see there's a little demon coming out. Oh, sorry. There's a little demon coming out, and then there's a puppet on a stick. That's crazy, isn't it? That's a 9 of Wands. So let's delve into this. If this is going to be our underlying energy, we're going to keep that to the side. That's in reverse. I don't know. Maybe it's just some wishful thinking on the part of some people who are not. Okay, one more shuffle. Not his biggest fan, shall we say. Okay. Queen of Coins. Upright. 3 of Wands, reversed. 5 of Cups, upright. 2 of Cups, upright. Justice, upright. And Ace of Coins is our underlying energy, and it's reversed. Okay, so let's look at this. This is, I want you to see the Ace of Coins reversed. This is people wishing harm on other people. And it's almost magician-y, like they're looking through, like, you see he's got a top hat on, and then roses coming out of it, or some kind of flower, and then all this mess. It's like confusion and insanity that they're trying to call in, but we'll see. Okay, the Queen of Coins. So anyway, this is a yes, he's fine, because we only have one in reverse. Okay, so Queen of Coins. Still making money, still thinking about the American people, still thinking about his goals. Interestingly, we have a lot of art in the back that looks sort of like George Washington. I don't know if you can see that shadow that I would take to mean the state of the country. He's still thinking about the country. He's still thinking about what to do. Three of Wands in reverse is, oh, this man is climbing up the walls and painting on the ceiling. But in reverse, so it tells us that people are trying to manifest this. This is, because upright, the Three of Wands is more of a celebration. I mean, he's standing on a radiator and to paint the ceiling. So they're anything to make it happen, right? He doesn't have a ladder or whatever. So they're anything to make their desires come through. And I had heard that there are cursings that go on of him and stuff like that. But we have to remember the Holy Spirit. God doesn't always activate what we want if it's not for the highest good of all. And right now, I do believe that the Holy Spirit is active and working on this planet, and it's for the highest good. Okay, upright, Five of Coins. Now, so example, Four of Coins would be somebody that's stingy, miserly, or whatever. Five of it's Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Oh, you can see the demon just beating on him, right? He's trying to beat him. That's what's going on. It's an emotional thing. There's his heart on the table. They're trying to sacrifice him. But he's fine. According to this, these cards are telling me he's fine. Okay. Two of Cups, upright. You have two people who are wearing some kind of shroud over their head and a fox behind them, and a long hallway. This has been see the water coming out of the cup that they're in, which is the box. Two of Cups is, generally speaking, in the regular Rider Tarot deck is more of a loving card. It's more lovers and things like that. I mean, he's got strong support among his family, among his friends. You see the hallway there. He's come a long way to have this moment. And yes, there are people that are trying to punch holes in his cup, or his, in this case, the box, but in his presidency. And it's just not, the waters are calm, if you can see in there. The waters are calm. The shrouds are around the heads. That would be where our mental state is. Everything's fine. He's fine. The 11 card of the tarot is Justice. And interestingly, the figure that's upside down playing this game with this person, the angel is holding the scales, is dressed in white, against the people that are on the other side playing with this angel of justice. And it's one angel against these people, but this tells us that Donald Trump is protected by a higher power. Whether people like it or not, or anybody, you know, he is protected, and they're trying to cut deals and bargains with the dark side. But he's got strong assistance behind him. So the Nine of Wands, that was the flyer that was in reverse, this is kind of a puppet show. It's just, if you're for Donald Trump, feel ease, because this is just a show. If you're against Donald Trump, then I don't think it's working. And I never really think that manifesting against someone's health, I mean, there's certain responsibilities that you need to take on if you're going to do that. And there's certain karma you can bring in. And I would be careful with that energy. It is an energy, and it is, it is one, it's a dark energy, and it's one that needs to be handled very, very carefully. So that's the end of my reading today, and I hope you will join me again. If you like this, if it was useful to you, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again tomorrow.